Hey guys, welcome to another Ready Gunner YouTube video. Today we have Kurt and McKay with Predator armor. And as body armor becomes more popular in the civilian market, we thought we'd do a review and talk about steel plates versus ceramic plates and some of the products that these guys offers. So Kurt and McKay, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us about your armor.
Yeah, so this is our base level 3 steel plate. So some of the benefits of steel plates that we have is one is the lifespan. This plate's not going bad anytime soon. It has a lifespan 20 plus years to shoot this plate. As well as obviously the shot count. This steel plate can take a lot of rounds of anything under the level 3 rating, as we'll find out today.
Yeah, so we have an array of weaponry here on the table. I don't know if you guys can see it in front of you there, but we'll show you all the guns. I mean, we got everything from 458 SOCOMs. We got a 240 Bravo belt-fed machine gun here. We're gonna take to town on this plate. It's gonna be fun for me. But let's answer some of the common questions that we see on social media, you know, because everyone's an expert out there.
Right.
What are the pros and cons of steel versus ceramic?
Well, like Kurt mentioned, I mean, there's a couple of the pros. It's long lifespan. You got a lot of shot counts. The integrity of the plate lasts a long time. It's also really thin, so that's a big plus when you're putting it in, especially if you're trying to have, you know, with our Minutemen carrier, it's a very lightweight, very thin jacket. It's set up so you can move easily, quickly, not have all the bulkiness. The negative that we get all the time that people are always talking about is spall and frag, which is when the bullet hits and it's got to go somewhere. If it doesn't go through, it's got to go out. So if you have your plate here, there is a concern. Obviously, you get your neck right there in line. So what we do is we offer, and I don't know anyone else in the industry that offers this, but we actually offer a frag mitigation that's using Kevlar. So obviously Kevlar's been around forever. People, you know, they're well aware of what it is. And so this is actually a wrap plate where we have a jacketed Kevlar layer in here. There's some other stuff that's involved, but allows it to catch that frag and that spall that comes off the plate, so you're not catching it in your neck.
So what's the difference between frag and spall?
Yeah, so
because you hear people throw those terms out pretty commonly,
right? Yep.
And a lot of the time they're placing that incorrectly in a comment. So tell us, break that down for us.
Yeah, so the main difference is what is it where's the material coming from? So fragmentation is coming from your actual bullet. So the metal that's on the tip of the bullet that's hitting and fragging out. The spall is from the plate itself, and metal plates don't really suffer from spall much. It either goes through it and punches a hole, or it doesn't. When you get into ceramics, then the ceramic actually does shatter and break, and that's where that spall actually comes in. So that's the difference. It's where's the crap that's hitting your neck coming from.
So fragmentation is more of a steel plate thing, where spalling might be more something that with ceramics or ballistic windows. You see that a lot.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Any kind of hard material is going to shatter and break. Your steel is either going to absorb it or put a hole in it.
Gotcha. Cool. And then weight difference. What do you see in weight difference between steel versus ceramic? And I know there's other products out there. There's the polymer plates and things of that sort. But today we're talking about the two most common, which is steel and ceramic. So
So our shooter cut plates, we do offer shooter and swimmer cut. The shooter cut's about 7.5 pounds. A lot of ceramic plates you get down about 3.5. So you're looking, maybe a 4 pound difference, and not all of them are that lightweight. And then our swimmer cuts actually run at 6.5 pounds.
Let's talk about integrity real quick, and then we'll move on to the shooting. Rounds on body, rounds on plate. Let's talk about, if you're having a really bad day, you get engaged in this big firefight and you're just taking multiple rounds. Let's talk about the integrity of ceramic versus steel.
I mean, we've actually used the same test plate with 308 dozens of times out. So you can take, this plate's going to be it's rated for level 3, which encompasses your 308 rounds, just under the 3,000 feet per second. And with that, I don't know how many you could take successively in a really tight zone. We haven't ever been able to put a hole through it though, with the 308. So,
well, we're gonna put this to the test. I'm gonna shoot the living tar out of these plates with all these guns, and we'll see how they perform. So let's get on to that, and we'll review the plates after we blow them to shreds. All right, guys, we're gonna start from the bottom. This is a B&T TP9 9mm. We'll work our way that way. Moving on to the HK MP7, pretty fun little gun here. I'm going to do a couple single shots, move it full auto, go from there. right, this is an M16 with a 20-inch barrel shooting XM 193 5.56 rounds. Alright guys, so we just shot the 20-inch M16 barrel. Those rounds obviously penetrated as you saw in that footage. We're going to shoot that same XM 193, but we're going to shoot it from a 16-inch barrel and see if that velocity change makes a difference. You can see the difference here on the plate where the 20-inch barrel, because of that increased velocity, actually penetrated the plate, where your 16-inch, which is your most common AR-15 length barrel, obviously chipped the plate a little bit, but didn't even come close to going through. So I mean, that just shows you how much of a difference velocity makes in plate protection.
Steel plates, and that's really, like I say, the difference between a level 3 and a 3+.
Yeah. So this is level 3 plate. Obviously, level 3 plus is made to handle those higher velocities. All right, this is the RPK 7.62x3.9, one of the most common calibers out there. All right guys, we have the famous 240 Bravo 7.62x5.1. One of my favorite machine guns to shoot. This thing is awesome, and would definitely not want to be on the receiving end of this guy.
See all those dimples just out the back.
Yeah, you can definitely feel that.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
It's up to 240 though, so if you're ever charging a 240 Bravo, you know, you're good. All right guys, we're switching over to the Kevlar wrapped plates. We're gonna shoot it again with a 16-inch XM 193 round. We've put it inside a cardboard box to show any fragmentation you might see and how well that Kevlar wrap acts as a catcher for the frag. So you can see where that round impacted. I'm just about 3 inches off the side here, which would probably give you a little more fragmentation. You can see kind of the Kevlar opened up there. But inside the box here, you can see there's no frag at all, even though I did shoot it close to the edge. So if that was a little more center mass, obviously it's gonna catch that even better. So that's actually pretty cool and pretty decent job of catching the fragmentation there. All right guys, we put 5 rounds of XM 193 in this Kevlar wrap plate. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one was on the edge as well. These are a little more center mass. And there is no frag here anywhere in this box, as you guys can see. So it does an awesome job of actually containing that fragmentation, if that's a concern, which always is when you're running steel plates. Running these Kevlar wrap plates kind of solves that issue. We're gonna shoot it now with the 20-inch barrel and see what that does. But keep in mind as well, guys, this is just a plate with a wrap. This is also going to be inside your plate carrier. You're going to have mag pouches, admin pouches, everything else on your plate carrier, which is going to help mitigate that fragmentation as well. But Kevlar wrap, steel plate, kind of doing the trick there. All right, guys, so as you saw, we shot this plate with a lot of different calibers, 7.62x5.1, XM 193 5.56, the MP7, the 5.7x2.5, the 500 line ball, which was not cool to shoot, by the way. And it stopped almost every single one of them, less the 20-inch barreled M16 with the XM 193. Right. So having said that, there's a lot of factors that come into play when choosing or selecting the plates that you guys are gonna run. So obviously there's different levels of plates. These are level 3, there's level 3 plus, level 4, even level 5. And this is stopping almost everything, like I said, minus those high velocity 5.56 rounds. So what do you guys think? You guys happy with the performance of a level 3 plate?
The machine gun was the funnest.
That was.
That one would hurt.
I mean, tap myself on the back. Not a bad shot group with the 240 Bravo, you know. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty impressive. You took the curve out of it a little bit, you know, flattened the plate up. But.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, you saw it blow the whole top off of there with the spall, right? And that's the fragmentation here. That Kevlar kind of doing its job there, you know.
That's what I was impressed with. So you guys saw we had the sandbag on at the beginning, and some of that frag came up and opened up that gravel bag, and the gravel poured out. This caught, we put 5 rounds of XM193 like we said before, and it caught every little bit of it. You can see it kind of opened up the edges here, but none of that frag actually made it out of that Kevlar into that cardboard box, which was super impressive for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think if I was ever going to run steel plates, I'm going to go Kevlar wrapped.
Well, the nice part about the Kevlar is we're only adding a 1/16 of an inch to the total thickness. So
Yeah.
you basically get the benefits of that really thin, lightweight plate. You know, this Kevlar wrapping is adding less than a pound. So versus where you're doing that big heavy liner spray, your 1/4 to 1/2 inch of spray, this is adding a lot less weight, a lot less thickness, but still giving you the protection you need. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I'm impressed. So guys, hope you guys got something out of this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.